I thought, that was a good game for us. I think we had to kind of weather the storm. It was a little bit of a dogfight early. We're still getting used to the system. We're still getting used to all these different lineups we have. People are coming back. It was great to have Sam back. So we just got to get our chemistry a little bit better on the offensive end. But I thought defensively we were really solid the whole game. We had a couple of breakdowns here and there, but you're going to have that. Offensively, we opened it up in the second half. I think people were gaining some confidence from that. And I know as we get more and more comfortable in the system, we're going to shoot the ball better.
Coach, you kind of mentioned that slow start, just kind of a gradual build, and then the fourth quarter comes and you guys kind of ran away with it. What did you see that changed there in that fourth quarter that allowed you guys to kind of seize control?
Yeah, a little bit of urgency. I think the first quarter we actually started out pretty good. We punched first, definitely, and then we got a little bit complacent, I think, and didn't take great shots on the offensive side of the ball. But, in the fourth quarter, we definitely pulled away. We played with urgency. We did not want to let up. We wanted to kind of get ourselves going. And really the third quarter, too. I thought we did a good job in the second half. So it was more so shot selection, setting people up, understanding what we're looking for, attacking the press. JJ did a great job and just, streaking up sideline and attacking the press, which opened that up for us. So it was just a little bit of adjustments on the offensive end and confidence, too.
Sam's first time on the floor since January. Just talk about how grateful you are to have her back on the floor and her impact. And then, Sam, if you could talk about what it felt like to be back on the court.
Yeah, it was great to see her out there and just see her smile. I know she was so excited, and the team was excited to have her back. She's worked really hard in the offseason, and she's been through a lot of adversity. But she had restricted minutes tonight, but I thought she did great in her time out there. She had some really, really good passes off the bounce that I thought were good. She was reading the defense pretty well, and then obviously lit it up a little bit from the outside. So it was good to see her be her and rebounded. So I like to see that too. But I think the players were just really excited to have her back out here because they've seen how hard she's been working.
Yeah, it was amazing just to be back out there. It's been a long process with getting back. I had the left one done in January, my left foot, but I didn't anticipate having to go through another one right before the season started. So things happen like that sometimes, and you just gotta kind of go with the cards that you've been dealt. But just to be back out there with them was just so much joy and happiness. I thought I was going to get a little nervous, but I actually, when I got on the court, I wasn't nervous. I was just, happy. And so I think that made, getting to my shots easier and having that confidence. And so just being able to play with them, like I said, just pure joy. So I've been waiting for this moment, and I'm excited for the rest of the season getting to play with them.
Jillian led the way with 17 points tonight. That's her biggest output of the season. What did you see from her? And Jillian, what was going well for you tonight?
Yeah, I said it in the locker room. I thought JJ played with urgency on both sides of the ball for every time she was on the court. All her minutes. Her pace I thought was great on offense. She was getting downhill. She was pushing in transition, opened it up, hit a three. And then defensively, she just did a great job getting through screens and using her length, tip steals, rebounding, all of that. I just think she was really urgent in the way that she approached the game today, and then, her stats reflected that.
Yeah, I think she kind of nailed it. I just try to do whatever is given in a game, so, whatever shots I feel like are there, just whether it's in transition or within the flow of the offense, so, yeah.
And then Cam did not get off to a normal start tonight, but then was, 4 for 5 in the second half, got to the free throw line. What did you see from her that changed in the second half?
She just focused and finished. She was missing some bunnies that are just uncharacteristic of how she plays, the shots she gets, point blank, layups. And so she just refocused her mind at halftime and came out there more determined. We were able to isolate her more and try and get them in foul trouble. And so also when Sam was out there, kind of stretched the floor, so she was one-on-one rather than getting doubled and things like that. So we were able to just put her in positions where she could just work through that a little bit. But obviously that was uncharacteristic, so, you just got to work through those moments.
Sam, it looked like you were really fired up in the second quarter after that and one. You're getting a lot of hugs on the sideline.
She always is.
What was it about that moment that was so special for you?
I haven't made a shot like that in a while. Being able to finish with contact has been something that was a goal of mine to work on. Just to be respected as more than a three-point shooter this year was a big goal for me. And so just to be able to have that little success in that one shot meant a lot. But also, I had a lot of energy, but I took the energy from my teammates too because they surrounded me in that moment. And that just, once again, it's just joy and happiness. Like, being around them just made me so much more happy and confident in my game, and so I'm just lucky to have that.
Sam, you had 12 points in 13 minutes. You looked like you were being very assertive. You wanted to shoot and score, but you tell me your mindset coming into the game.
Yeah, so I was anticipating to have some nerves once I got in the game, but I didn't. And I think, I had a really good practice yesterday, just being able to play with the girls and kind of get used to being in those sets and everything. And so I think having that confidence going into today was really helpful. And then all my teammates were just telling me, Sam, you got this, like just hyping me up and giving me that confidence too. And I think without that, it could have been different. So I'm really lucky to have that.
And when it changes what we can do because people can't double off of her, so opens up the floor, especially when people try to double post to post. But the thing about Sam is she's a really good passer too. I used to say this all the time last year. So even when she's looking for her shot, she's also surveying what's going on, and that's why we saw all those good passes to her post players. And I think that's great quality. So obviously she can score, she can shoot, but passing ability allows us to do some things too.
Yeah, earlier you mentioned Sam's rebounding. You guys out-rebounded them 56-38, I think. How critical was that tonight?
Huge, especially early when our shots weren't falling. Go get extra possessions and then limit them to one and done so that we can actually get easier shots in transition. So I thought we did a good job of that. The rebounding was spread all over. JJ, like I said, JJ was her and Cam tied to be our leading rebounders tonight. But when our guards are rebounding like that, in our bigs, obviously, but I'm just saying our guards rebounding like that, it makes us faster in transition because they can bring it. So I love how our guards are attacking the glass, and I think it's just going to continue to get better and better.
Earlier this week, somebody tried to ask you about Oklahoma, and you said, of course, you just focus on the game you have in front of you. But now that's the one in front of you. So what kind of confidence does this game tonight give you going into that?
A lot of confidence. I think that game's going to be a fast-paced game. They like to get up and down. We like to get up and down. Jenny's a great coach. I've known her for years. We had our battles when we were in the NBC. I was at Missouri State. She was at Drake. So I have a lot of respect for what she does, and they're a good team. Obviously they just got ranked, so it's a great opportunity for us in front of our fans to prove, we're a great team too.
Any other questions for Coach Miles for the student athletes? All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.